You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Welcome to a brand new edition of Turkish Super League Podcast. Next 15 minutes, we'll recap what happened in the week 3, and we'll preview week 4 coming up this weekend, starting on Friday. We'll also talk about the Turkish teams who are playing in the European competition coming up on Wednesday and Thursday. But first, recapping week 3, round 3. Well, while Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, and Besiktas won their matches, Trabzonspor, the defending champions of last season, Trabzonspor lost to Antalya in Antalya. So pretty much that was the headline for week 3. Week 3 actually started on Friday. It ended today on Monday. And the last match of the week 3 was between Fenerbahce and Adana Demirspor. Fenerbahce beat them 4-2. Fenerbahce in 3 matches so far, they scored 13 goals. And Valencia has 6 goals so far in 3 games. He is the leading scorer in the Turkish Super League so far after week 3. And also, when we get back to the matches that played this weekend in week 3, Galatasaray with super sub Gomis earned golden 3 points. Again, Gomis did it for Galatasaray. In 3 games, Galatasaray won 2 matches and lost 1. And 2 of the goals that Galatasaray scored in 3 games are from Gomis. So we could easily say those 6 points that Galatasaray earned, it came by Gomis. Now, Galatasaray fans want to see Gomis starting on the field. Last 2 matches, Gomis, actually 3 matches, he's been coming off the bench. So, Galatasaray coach Okan Buruk is under a lot of pressure who to start next match. Because next match, when we come to it, it's going to be the match of the weekend. This coming weekend, they will travel to Trabzon. And they will play against Trabzonspor. So that is going to be a huge match. That is why Galatasaray, even though they transfer a lot of players, not many as Fenerbahce did, but they have their number 6 and number 10. They're still having problems on defense. So they're still looking to transfer defenders for Galatasaray team. They are so lucky, especially this weekend, that Gomis came in the last 10 minutes. Soon as he stepped on the pitch, 5 minutes later, he scored the only goal for Galatasaray. Giresunspor, as you know, the team that beat Galatasaray last weekend, beat Kasımpaşa at home 1-0. They're looking good. And Ümraniye, the team that lost to Galatasaray, they did not play like they played against Fenerbahce. Remember that match, Fenerbahce and Ümranispor? They tied 3-3. But overall, there are 6 teams after week 3 who hasn't lost matches yet. Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Başakşehir, Gaziantep, and Konyaspor and Alanyaspor so far hasn't lost a match after week 3, going into the 4th weekend. It is very sad to see Galatasaray, even though they won 2 matches with Gomis. I'm going to say it again. They score only 2 goals in their last 3 matches. and 2 of those goals came from Gomis. So Galatasaray has to do a lot of work prepared for Trabzonspor match. And also other matches in the week 3. Hatayspor at home lost to Gaziantep 2-1. Antalya, as I mentioned to you on Saturday, they beat Trabzonspor 5-2. Nuri Sahin's Antalyaspor looking good. And Haji Wright scored twice. And I tell you, Antalyaspor looks good. I think Haji Wright, the reason why he's the top scorer right now for Antalyaspor and also for U.S. national team, he's pretty much right there. He will probably start for U.S. national team when the World Cup comes around. On Sunday, there were 2 matches. Başakşehir at home beat Kayserispor. Kayserispor doesn't look good at all. Başakşehir won that match 2-0. Besiktas was at home in front of their fans. They beat Andrea Pirlo's team, Fatih Karagümrük, 4-1. They do not look good. Pirlo is not happy with the team, and they are very, right now, scoreless. Out of 3 matches, they haven't got a point yet. There are 4 teams who has not collected a point or points yet. 19th place Kasımpaşa with 0 points. 18th place İstanbulspor with 0. 17th place Fatih Karagümrük with 0 points. And the last place team, 16th place, actually not the last place, 16th place team Hatayspor with 0 points. Now, on Monday, today, there were 3 matches. Istanbulspor at home lost to Konyaspor. Konyaspor coming back. But even though Istanbulspor, the newcomers, did not look good. And they are in trouble. They're with 0 points too. And Fenerbahce beat Adana Demirspor 4-2. And Sivas, while they were winning the match 1-0, in the last minutes of the match, Alanyaspor came back to tie the match. So, with all these matches in week 3, and we have 31 goals scored, and 2 of the teams were, and 2 of the away teams won their match, and 1 of the away team tied in the week 3. After all these scores, Fenerbahce sits on top of the Turkish Super League after week 3 with 7 points. There are other teams with 7 points. Başakşehir is in 2nd place with 7 points. Besiktas is in 3rd place with 7 points. Gaziantep is in 4th place with also 7 points. Now, there are at least 5 teams with 6 points as they stand. Antalya with 6. Adana Demirspor is with 6 points. And Giresunspor, Galatasaray, and Trabzonspor, who is in 9th place, are with 6 points also. Galatasaray is in 8th place on top of the Trabzonspor. Now, looking at the 2 teams with 5 points, we got 10th place Konyaspor with 5 points, and 11th place Alanyaspor, who has 5 points. So, pretty much week 3, things a little bit changed because, as you know, after Adana Demirspor lost to Fenerbahce in Istanbul today, they also lost the 1st place to Fenerbahce. So the biggest news comes out of the week 3. I would say Fenerbahce captures the 1st place at the end of the week 3, and Galatasaray wins with Gomis, super sub Gomis. And Besiktas started winning the matches. We'll see what happens. Now, before the week 4 comes on, there will be matches for Turkish teams in the European competition. Trabzonspor, who has a chance to go into groups in the Champions League. But first, on Wednesday at home, they have to beat Copenhagen. A tie is not going to be good for them because the first leg match was the Copenhagen won 2-1. We'll see what happens with that. And they play that match on Wednesday. On Europa League, Europa Conference League, Başakşehir Antwerp game at the first leg match was tied 1-1. They will travel to Antwerp to face Antwerp. And also Sivasspor is in Europa League. They're probably pretty much done in that Europa League. They will probably go down to Europe Conference League because they lost their first match against Malmö 3-1. So Fenerbahce in the Europa League won their first match, an away match, and 2-0. They will be playing. They will be hosting Vienna at home in Istanbul on Thursday. They should have no problem going to group stages in Europa League with that score. We'll see what happens, and those games will be played. Trabzon plays on Wednesday, and the other teams will play on Thursday. And the week 4 will start on Friday, and it'll end on Monday again. On Friday, the only match in week 4, Gaziantep will host Antalyaspor, Nuri Şahin's team. On Saturday, Fatih Karagümrük, Pirros has 0 point against the newcomer Ankaragücü. Adana Demirspor will be at home against another newcomer Ümraniyespor. Alanyaspor will host newcomer Istanbulspor. On Sunday, there are 3 matches. Kasımpaşa will host Hatayspor. Kayseri will be at home against Giresunspor. The match of the weekend will be happening in Trabzon. Trabzonspor will be at home against Galatasaray. After playing the Copenhagen match on Wednesday, Trabzonspor will face Galatasaray on Sunday. Very busy schedule. These teams, Galatasaray with 6 points and Trabzonspor with 6 points. We'll see what happens. That's why I think this is the match of the weekend. On Monday, Konyaspor will host Fenerbahce. Those are the teams that there should be a very good match because Konyaspor is with 5 points and Fenerbahce is the first place team with 7 points. Not much difference. A win for Konyaspor should bring them up to the brackets. So the last match of the Monday, it will be of week 4. Besiktas will be at home against Sivasspor. Besiktas will never have a good luck against Sivasspor. And Sivasspor is also desperate for points because they're not looking good in the league. And we'll see what happens with that match. On week 4, Başakşehir will have a bye weekend, so they will not have a match this coming weekend. As I told you, enter Valencia with 6 goals, leading the goal scorers. Haji Wright is in second place with 3 goals, and Gomis and Arda from Fenerbahce, young kid, with 2 goals. Belhanda, I miss Belhanda. Belhanda is with 3 goals too. There are many players with 2 goals too. The reason why Arda didn't play this week, today on Monday in Fenerbahce's match, he was not even on roster. We heard the news that his mother was really sick, so he was off the roster for this match that Fenerbahce played. So pretty much this is it for 15 minutes of podcast. And I tell you, next 7 weeks, as I told you before, the 3 down, 4 to go, because there will be a national team break. 4 matches coming up, 4 weekends. The teams that has good efforts will stay on top. The teams are not in a good shape or form, they will have a trouble. So this is it. Listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. See you next time. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. And please like my page.